What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, and the other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Every Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
And listen, man, this is a very special episode, man. 170 of When Persona Speaks, titled Ladies Night, right? And that's because, man, this is a very, very special show with a very, very, very special panel of people, right? A lot of things have been talked about, especially this week, the past couple weeks, right? We're talking about the G4 stuff and all that other stuff, right? It's a lot of stuff surrounding that we're going to talk about. And I got to be honest with you guys. Well, before I even do that, where are my manners? Let's introduce the panel first, right? I'm so rude. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so rude. So first and foremost, we got the Scum Lord herself, Scumcast's very own Ashen Luca, the Ashen one in the building. Luca, what's up?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, what's up, guys?
How are you?
Good. I am doing quite well. Thank you so much for asking, and thanks so much for having me. This is like the first time I've ever been on a panel before, so I'm looking forward to it.
Shout out to Luca. And then we got the Queen of L's. Right? Listen, guys, don't listen to what she say. She gonna deny it, but it's the truth.
I have
Trust
receipts.
Me. You see?
I have receipts.
You see, she rude too, because she interrupted me. I'm trying to introduce her
Damn
properly.
right.
I'm introducing her properly. She won't even, very rude. The Queen of L's, my favorite color, red infamy in the building. Red, what's up?
What's going on? What's happening, ladies? It's an honor to be on a panel with everyone. It's just good to have some other women in gaming, to chat about some topics that's been going on. But yeah, it's a pleasure, and can't wait to chat it up.
Definitely. And then we got a PlayStation diehard in the building, right? She runs PlayStation just as much as I do, right? And I love it. Morgan Kimes in the building. Morgan, how are you today?
I'm great. What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me, Persona. I'm just glad I could, be able to join you guys. It's going to be a great discussion, and I can't wait to see what we get into.
Definitely. Appreciate you. Like I said, taking time. Everyone here, honestly, appreciate y'all taking time out y'all evenings, man. And then we got Miss Dime herself. Miss IT or Miss Dimes? Which one you prefer? Because I know you out here styling and profiling.
No lie.
Miss IT in the building. You feel me? Breaking down walls, breaking down barriers. Dime, how are you today?
I'm good. Yo, seriously, this is a dope opportunity. I just want to say thank you to the ladies for also having me on this panel, as well as you, Persona. I'm just looking to dive in and let's get to the real of everything. Like I said, I'm really, really excited to be on this panel. It's my first time too, so.
Definitely. And I'm happy that you're here, honestly. And last but not least, a previous convert to the PlayStation Nation. Listen, she got tired. She got tired of that Sahara Desert over there at the Xbox land. You understand? She's seen the greatness at PlayStation. You understand?
Team Xbox, man.
Oh,
Team
my
Xbox.
fault, Luke. I forgot you was here. My fault. A previous convert, a writer, very impressed, a writer, right? And Miss Stone in the building. Miss Stone, how are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed to be here. Happy to be with these ladies.
Definitely good. Like I said, it's good to have you guys here. Now, real quick, the people in the chat, man, story time real fast. Listen, we're definitely talking about the G4 Frog stuff. And like I was telling the ladies, I was going to do a show about this yesterday. At When Persona Speaks, y'all know how I do stuff. When Persona Speaks, I was going to do a show talking about it. And I was like, you know what? In the middle of my work day at work, I was in the office yesterday and I'm like, yo, I want to have a panel of dope women on the show of When Persona Speaks, and we all talk about it. Like, I just wanted to try something a little different. So I reached out to some people, and these wonderful ladies, they agreed and they came through. So like I said, I appreciate them. And shout out to y'all in the chat. Normally I would go through everyone, but this is different, because I got so many people, I want to be mindful of people's time. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Right. All right, so let's jump into it. So Frosk, I want to start there with the G4 stuff. Because that's been such a hot topic in this community for the past couple weeks, not just with this recent video. And I think you all seen it, right? Y'all know the video we talking about and what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So you know, she did a video Monday or Tuesday talking about, you know, sexism in the community and not being bangable, and, you know, not women's beauty isn't meant for you to judge, all this crazy stuff, right? But a lot of the other stuff that she has said in the very recent past, and I'm talking like 2 or 3 weeks, right, where she's talking about how PlayStation is dead man walking, and, you know, how Sony needs to get their act together. A lot of misinformation about like certain games that are and are not exclusive to PlayStation, right, or to Xbox, I should say. A lot of that stuff, in my opinion, is what really kind of started that whole floodgates of people really trying to come at her about that, right? And for me, you know, I definitely called her out. I was like, yo, look, this is not right. Like, you know, you got to be on point. Look at what you're saying, like all that other stuff. And, you know, this video came out, and, you know, she was kind of talking about the sexism and all this other stuff. And I know a lot of y'all like kind of felt that she was kind of bringing women, knocking women back and stuff like that a couple notches. I want to start with you, Dime, because you said something like real powerful on my tweet the other day, and I kind of want to just get your thoughts on the video itself, right, and kind of see how you feeling about that.
Like as a whole, I mean, like, because this just goes back to what we talk about just from like platforms and gaming as a whole. Accountability is huge, and I feel like if we hold people accountable within the gaming community, it really just it puts us in a different perspective in terms of how we can move forward, right? How we can advance, how we can see things progress. And I think the problem is she took a cop out versus taking accountability. And that's something that I have a problem with, because it's not like, you know what, I apologize. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like she would have gained more respect in that sense. But considering that she tried to tie all women in and like, oh, this is women. And it's like, yo, like, this is why we have the issue. This is the panel that I had with Stone. And I talked about, you know, why we don't receive a lot of respect. And it's like jumping to that conclusion and jumping to that defense is just like, it's a slap in the face for other women, because we don't stand behind that. You know what I mean? Like, if there was somebody that was blatantly calling her out of her name or blatantly disrespecting her, then that I could see that I could stand behind that. But you jumped directly to sexism when nobody targets you in that way. We just asked you to be honest. And it's like, you want to be knowledgeable, you know, when you're on a panel and you're on a panel with well-respected gamers and people of the community. And for you to do that, it kind of makes women on the defense to that situation, because now it's like, how do we defend ourselves moving forward? Are we now going to be looked at and laughed at? You know what I mean? Because I did see some comments that were kind of, you know, disheartening, but at the same time, it was just like, this is why we had this issue. So it's like, how do you move forward from this situation? And it's like simple, it's accountability. And we're very quick to do the whole console war and thing like that. But it's like, in this situation, there's none of that. It's strictly that, like, you just did not respect the fact that you were wrong. You gave misinformation, and now you want to use a cop-out. And that's not fair to the other women who are gamers in this community that then have to stand up for themselves moving forward. You know what I mean? So that's really just my take. And I personally, for me, it's like I said, and I said another comment to your post as well. I said, you know, there really needs to be another woman that steps forward onto this panel for G4 TV, because it's like, now, how do we save the situation from going south? You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to move forward with this now that they're in the position that they're in? And I feel like another woman coming on that panel to kind of step up and to kind of address the situation and let her know and call her out, like, listen, like, nah, man, like, here are the facts. You're wrong. Don't use sexism moving forward. And this is how we get women to push forward in the gaming community. This is how we start getting taken seriously. You know what I mean? So that's really just my take on that whole situation and that video. Like, I mean, like, screw the console wars. You're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you're wrong.
Red, I know you're like really in the industry, right? Like, and you've come face to face to a lot of these people in the industry and like in this space. So like, you know, I feel like here, you know, and you know, anybody else definitely correct me, because you know, I don't know everyone's background, because I've known Red, excuse me, but going on like almost 10 years, you know, I definitely know she's got a lot of exposure. So seeing the video that Frost put out and kind of knowing how things happen behind the scenes and knowing how people can be like, you know, within the gaming community. What was your thoughts on that video? Like when you saw that, like what went through your mind?
Yo, Dime said everything that I was about to say. Like, feel like everything I was about to say. Like, it's like, she said it in a nutshell. The one thing I will say, because that was the problem that I had. Of course, us in this industry, in this community, we always face backlash, or we've heard things online like "go make me a sandwich" or all kind of stuff, things dealing with our race, especially if we're Black and brown women in this community. We face way more than white and Asian women, period, because they are looked upon as the face of women in gaming, not us. So the one thing that I was saying is like, the first thing you should have said, and it's like, this is a running theme right now with G4, is like accountability on certain things. Is one thing if you have an opinion and that's how you feel, fine. You are sticking to Xbox or whatever, you're a fan of Xbox. But it's like you start to screw your face up off of the things that she said. This isn't the first time that she's had backlash off of a platform that she's been on either. When she started off, I'm like, okay, yes, we do run through the sexism type stuff. They was talking about her parents. Okay, cool. You can address that. But the first thing you were supposed to address was saying, my apologies for what I said, because it's misinformation and we are a huge platform. We don't want to give that off. Not to cop out and say, oh, we read from the same script. That conversation y'all was having was not from a script. And for it to be a scripted show, that you should be prepared. Since there's a script on the show, it's not like if you're freestyling on a podcast when it's a little loose. It's an actual scripted show. So it's like, okay, he asked you and he even warned you. Adam was like, all right, you're gonna have to deal with that PlayStation committee again. Like, because what you were saying was really off, and I will say that she should have gave more context. As I would say this right now with PlayStation, I feel like they need to communicate more with their community. They're failing on that side. They're failing on certain marketing aspects as well. But everything else that will hold them up, they are holding up the gaming industry right now on different ends. And then Xbox on their end is holding up on what the people want and giving great value. But that goes into a whole nother conversation. The one about her that I had a problem with is just like what Dime said, accountability, and not to cop out first by saying, oh, the sexism and all that. That could have been addressed later, because it's not right for them to go off of the girl's appearance or whatever. But in the beginning of what she was saying, she was like, I'm not bangable. Like, I'm like, but you're now objectifying your colleagues. Like, I thought that's what you're not supposed to do if you go with this whole feminist thing. Like, you objectifying your colleagues by saying that you're not as bangable as them. And I'm like, what? It didn't flow right at all. I was like irrelevant. It was very irrelevant. It was very irrelevant.
About that.
Nobody asked you, period, about that. You should have went off of X, Y, and Z and say, okay, y'all need to calm down with the say. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But y'all don't have to address me by, oh, the way I look and other things like that. You would have been very respected. But now she's this face of going against sexism. And I'm like, nah, that's not what we asked for. You're not speaking for me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, the whole, like, coming at people's appearances. Listen, I even said this when she said that whole stuff about PlayStation Dead Man Walking. I was like, yo, listen, I'm only critiquing the gaming takes, right? Because like I said in my tweet the other day, I feel like no one is above, regardless if you're man or woman, I feel like no one is above getting checked if you're doing misinformation, right? And, as me as a man, obviously, some people that's on the outside looking in may look at that and say, oh, well, that's wrong or whatever because of their views and things like that. But I feel like we all should be able to just check each other because, something that King Thrash said that I agree with, this is like a couple weeks back. And I think Stone was there or Luca. Somebody was in that space. This is maybe 3 months ago. But I remember King Thrash was talking about how us as gamers, right? Like we all are sitting here right now talking, right? And I'm not saying, you know, girl gamer this, lady gamer that. No, just gamers. Like, you know, we all enjoy gaming.
I was
We all,
there, yeah.
yeah, I think it was you, Snow, right? Yeah, like we all are gamers, man. And it's just that we are gamers, right? I agree with Thrash, man, because it's like we all are gamers. I see Luca as a gamer, Red, all of you, we just gamers. We gaming, right? We just enjoying our time, right? When it gets into the looks and all that crazy stuff, I sign off because I'm like, yo, I don't rock around. I don't rock with that. Like, talk about people's personal appearances, families, kids. And I don't play with that shit because you know I take that stuff very serious. Like, I'm very loyal to my people. Where it's like, yo, don't do that. You know, we don't play that type of stuff ever. Yeah. But you know, and you know, I want you know, if you guys want to talk too, you know, it's a free flow, so you don't gotta wait to speak. If you want to like chime in or whatever, go ahead, Luca.
So this is how I feel about it. So I did my own video stream about it, and I watched the video. I watched all the clips of her saying what she said, and I was just like, you know, her saying that Xbox for her is better is an opinion, but her talking about Sony being a dead man walking just logically doesn't make any sense. Like, PlayStation is once again dominating and winning this generation currently. This whole concept that there are no, like, that PlayStation doesn't have anything is just another incorrect statement, because we know games are coming out from Sony, right? Mm-hmm. So I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, and then no one else who was there said anything to her. No one checked her.
Because they're scared, Ashton. They have this outlook right now where it's like, we can't say anything to women in the gaming industry, and it's like, it's okay. We have to fucking stop that. We absolutely to stop that shit, because then that's when we get baby fed everything.
There's this gray area now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's like it's really unfortunate, and they kind of but you know what, maybe that was by design. Maybe they wanted that traction there because Adam Sessler has just come out saying some crazy stuff, so maybe that's just like a thing that they do. But you know, so she said all this stuff. I was like, okay, so she's just like, you know, incorrect about a bunch of stuff. All right. Now, here's the thing. I do not think that there's actually any correlation between her talking about not being as bangable as Olivia Munn and the other chick whose name I can't remember, and talking about sexism, and then the fact that she was incorrect about a bunch of stuff and got caught out for it. And the reason why I say that is because on December 10th, which was 2 weeks before her making all those claims and being wrong, right? Mm-hmm. On December 10th, she made a tweet, and she said, "It shocks me that people will type in the chat how they want women who are nice in the eyes back on the show. Like, they think that is acceptable to not only think, but share, as if it's not completely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Just a healthy PSA if no one told you. That's misogyny. I'm not on X-Play to look nice for you. I don't want or need to know what you think of my looks. Mm-hmm. And it's fucking weird if your first interaction with a woman is what her looks mean to you. Mm-hmm. That's fucked up, my dude's real incel behavior." Now, this was on the 10th. Her making those comments on G4 and just being completely wrong, that was the 21st. Mm-hmm. And then I made a tweet saying, well, who is this chick, right? Mm-hmm. And she actually responded to my tweet, and she's like, well, I misspoke about certain things and preferred Xbox current service over Sony. That's caused upset, but I didn't know that people were upset about it. People think my speech yesterday was in response to people being upset because of the misinformation, which, again, I didn't see at all. I was actually responding to an ongoing trend I noticed across various platforms since the beginning of G4 and my experiences in the industry. The two are separate issues, but being conflated to cause and effect, and she apologized on her own Twitters by saying, "Yeah, you know what, my bad. My expertise is in reviewing and playing games, not reporting the news. Apologies for any mistakes, but I still stand by my statement that Xbox is better," or whatever. So I mean, I don't think there's any correlation between the two.
And I hear you, and I agree to a certain extent, but the reason why I do think that what she originally said also is a part of that is because a lot of that shit got amplified after the fact, right? When that happened, that's when you started seeing people, you know, coming at her, like, at least because before I was kind of checking in on G4, but not as much, right? But when I started seeing like people really critique her looks and really going in that regard was after she made those comments on that G4 video.
It got OD after that.
Yeah, that's when, and that's probably when the trolls really. At least that's how I see it, because that's how people can be.
She does have a point about the sexism then, because people went for her looks after.
The issue.
No, I mean,
go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, like, you know, when I first watched the video, I was like, okay, all right, okay. And I watched all the clips. I'm like, no, people are going at you because you're wrong. But it's like, if she has proof that she was talking about people going at her looks before she said some dumb shit on G4, then it's just like, okay, well, she has proof that she's been talking about it beforehand. And it's just, these two things are being conflated. Now, could she be lying? Absolutely. But based off what I'm seeing and the research I did myself, I'm like, okay, well, she's been talking about this before. Should she apologize on the show? Yeah, I think she should have apologized on the show for this.
See, that's the thing right there. That's what I was mentioning. I'm like, it's wrong, of course, for them to go after her looks and try to put two and two together with that. But I'm like, you needed to address both of the issues. You was easy to address the issues on Twitter. Why not during that speech? Since, of course, you had that platform to say, you know, I was wrong. I just think that, especially now in the industry, you know, me being a journalist and content creator and all of that, it's like you can't even call out your colleague when they are wrong on something. If I'm wrong on something, let me know I'm wrong on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, okay, cool. I've been in plenty of debates online. I'm like, all right, I see where you coming from. All right, cool, you're right. I have no problem doing that. I don't know why a lot of insecure dudes on the platform, because it's mostly y'all guys, get so insecure about being wrong. And it's like, and y'all come up with these like delusional things on it. Now, on her defense, yes, the coming at her looks and all of that, cool, but we have to be accountable. It's now a running theme almost from G4 panelists not being accountable or taking things into a sensitive manner instead of standing up for themselves in a certain way and having some decorum as being on a large outlet as they are on how they respond to people too.
I was gonna say, and I want to get Morgan and Stone's thoughts too, because I don't want real quick, I just want to say, I agree with Red on that too. And the reason why I agree is because I seen that interaction between hip hop and Black Hokage, and I'm like, coming at another brother. Like, what are we? Because and that's why I'm like, yo, I'm definitely not trying to minimize the looks part, because I agree with you, Luca, 100%. You know, coming at her looks, coming at anybody's looks, it's like, yo, man, that stuff is lame as fuck. I agree. But I feel like some of that stuff is also, again, it was amplified because of her comments prior, but also it kind of seemed like a bit of a cop-out to a degree, because it's like, yo, you've been saying some off-the-wall shit, and a lot of people have been like...
Before G4.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, this ain't the first time. But yo, listen, Morgan, Stone, like, yo, jump in. I want to hear y'all thoughts. Yeah, go ahead.
This is how I feel about the situation. Like, I definitely hear what you're saying, Luca, you know, about the sexism and like that should not be okay in any part of gaming, right? But it's very prevalent. But to me, it's all about timing. The fact that this video came out like right after the information of the whole situation of her misinformation, like it just seems like it was aimed at that. Like she was using it like sexism as a shield of criticism. Like, you can't criticize me because, you know, this is about women, yada yada. Look, this is what puts us back as, you know, women gamers in the industry. This type of rhetoric, like, we can't be criticized, we can't be corrected, we can't, you know, nobody can say anything to us because we're women. Like that shouldn't be a thing. That should never be a thing. Like, just like Red said, criticize me, correct me. Like, I want to learn. I want to be a better gamer, a better person. Like, let me know if I'm wrong. Give me proof. Show me, you know, whatever, and I will correct myself. But it's just, I just can't stand behind like women who use sexism as like a shield, because then when there really is examples of sexism, then, you know, they think we're crying wolf at that point. Like, oh, exactly, you know, you just doing this just cause, yada, yada, you know, all that stuff. So I mean, to me, it's all about the timing. Like it was just too close. Like,
I don't know if maybe it was a marketing issue or whatever, but however even G4 TV, when they posted that, like, we stand behind, like, I'm like, oh, like, what are y'all doing? Like and have her take her accountability on her own, because at the end of the day, if she want to step to the community and be like, hey, listen, I get what you're saying. I respect that. However y'all feel about what I said about Sony and my misinformation. But at the same time, be like, you know what? As a woman within the gaming community, I feel like the statements that y'all made about me were very harsh.
Yeah.
They hurt my feelings. And across the board, I want to step up for women. And that's how you make a difference. What she did just blew smoke, and it just made the situation 20 times worse, because now we have all these issues that are not resolved. Now she's trying to resolve the sexism issue. Now you're trying to resolve your misinformation issue. And it's like, it's just everywhere. And it actually made G4 TV look even worse. And it's like, now how do they move forward? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, listen, I hear you, and I'm with you guys, like, for sure. And I definitely get what you're saying when it comes to the timing issue. I'm just saying that, like, it's possible that she wasn't using it as a veil. Like, it's possible. But, you know, as it stands right now, it's like, you know, it really is a sucks to suck situation. I mean, she doesn't know what she's talking about when it comes to the gaming stuff, and her co-host, the people on that panel, take an L for not being like, hey, you're wrong. Or
exactly, that's another point. Right.
Like, I didn't like that at all. They was stuck on stupid. I was like, you're not gonna say that?
Let me Hogwarts Legacy was an Xbox exclusive when it was premiered at the PlayStation Showcase. Like, ma'am, like what?
It just doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't correct her, because it's like, at least for my show, if anyone even says a hint of something that's incorrect, they're like, what are you talking about?
Look on a
like, we're just like, what are you saying right now? And even me, like, my people correct me all the time. I was wrong about something yesterday, and the dude was like, Luca, you're wrong. And I was like, you know what? I am wrong. Yes, you're correct, and I am wrong. I agree. Because I don't have any issues admitting that I'm wrong about stuff, because it's easier that way, in my opinion. I just think that, you know, especially with the whole thing with the Black Hokage, right, and Hip Hop Gamer, I thought that was really weird, and that's like negative publicity, right there.
But I feel like there was probably some bad blood prior, because I don't know,
I'm sure that
shit
there
came
is,
up
but
at
like, if
100.
you think about it like this, they tackled the racism stuff, and now they're doing the sexism stuff. This doesn't come off as
that's what I'm saying.
It was the same thing with hip hop. I was like, is this something new? Like, because you never showed the same type of like energy from before when he helped you be on panels or spoke about you in a positive way. So while all this negative stuff is coming out in this way just because somebody wants to challenge you on your opinion, and I'm like, that could be done in a DM or a phone call, and especially like within our community as Black gamers too. It's like a lot of times we have to know how to do, and that's what anything in our community, we have to know how to do things before just making it something entertaining for everybody that's not involved. And there's just certain ways that you do stuff. And I was like, yo, you on a huge platform now, and it's not the way to do it. Whatever business or whatever problems y'all both have, like, if somebody's challenging you, you should not, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going?
Hold on, let me. I want to get. Hold on. I want to get Stone's thoughts, because we could get lost in this convo real quick.
Yeah, no, for sure. But real quick before we get Stone, 1 second. I'm just saying, and then what was it? 2 days ago, Adam Sessler said, just so I can get this out of my system once for the day, Republicans are stupid, racist, and drink piss. I'm saying they're making all of these inflammatory statements, all of them on the panel, all at once. And that's weird to me, you know? I'm just saying, like, the timing is weird. Now, I apologize, Stone, for interrupting.
No.
You're good. I'm listening to y'all go. It's perfectly fine with me. I had a couple issues with what she said, actually. Because I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Luca. I do. You know, I think everyone on this panel has dealt with sexism in some way, shape, or form. Especially like lately, things have been very odd. But I think the way that she handled that was not professional by any means at all. And that's where my problem is. You want to be taken seriously, then be serious. That's where I have an issue. Is she came out here and she could have addressed the sexism thing, but she also could have apologized for the misinformation. But instead, we went straight into well, these women are more bangable. Well, now you've objectified women. I have an issue with that, because you're not going to speak for me. And you know, everybody's hot to somebody, and everybody's ugly to somebody else. So that's like a weird comment, anyways.
I was gonna
And
say, man, because
she,
this the
instead of
world's
just
10
saying,
and then it's your 10. You know, it's like, look, man,
well,
you
yeah, I mean,
100%. Yeah,
some people think you're ugly and some people
yeah,
want to drink
yeah.
your bath water.
Yep,
Like, that's
bruh.
not my problem.
Bath water.
But
Oh man, crazy.
the thing is she objectified women and then went on to say don't be sexist, but you just did it in a way. You
Mhm,
just did it.
mhm. But
And
not.
then never
With
once
that.
said, but she never said, and I'm sorry if I misspoke, I apologize for the misinformation. It went on to blatantly say, but it's okay because I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think she should have brought up the other women. Because if that was me, I'm like, don't bring me up.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but like more like back in.
Exactly.
See, but that's the thing though. That's the I think that's the thing that people need to understand too. Is like the G4 of old, way back in the day. You know, Morgan Webb and I think it was Christy Holtz and Olivia Munn and all of them. They knew what they were taught. Like they knew what they. Yes, were they beautiful women? Absolutely. I mean, listen, man. Women
And there's
call
nothing wrong
women,
with that.
that's
Like
what,
it's like you can't be beautiful and knowledgeable at the same
yeah,
time.
that's.
Like,
Oh, we gonna have that conversation, ladies, and I can't wait to get y'all. Oh, we gonna have that. But it's like, look, they were beautiful, absolutely, right? And I think beautiful, not just the men, but the women. Like they were just beautiful, right? But they also knew what they were talking. Like they knew what they were talking about. You know, when I was watching Attack on the Show and X Play back in the day, I was into that, man. Like it was just dope to watch, and they taught gaming, and it was dope. I don't like, and nothing against Red because I fuck with Red heavy, right? But I'm talking more so about the media in general. Media is ass these days, man, because it's just like it ain't gaming, man. Like it's just not gaming. That other stuff that we always gonna talk about that, right? Because I think that the racism, the sexism, all that stuff. But I also think some of it is also a bit like the whole sexy characters thing, right? And how like beautiful, like a character can't be, you want this character to be this and be that, and like listen. How do y'all feel about like a sexy ass character? Like, when she got her titties out or her butt or whatever. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't care. Like,
No, I don't care.
Thank you.
Trying to say that a character can't be sexy it's another parameter that you're trying to put on women. So I don't see how you think you're helping, because you're saying like, oh, it's about feminism. Well, feminism is about choice. So why can't a woman be both sexy and not sexy or just average or whatever? Like it doesn't matter. Like these are video game characters. Like
They're fictional. They're fictional characters.
yeah, but that too. And then during that whole, I forgot what era. This is something stupid, but like when these men that were developers wanted to stand up and like, okay, I'm with the feminist movement and all this other stuff. And they was making the women look like cardboard boxes. Last time I checked, I have a figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have curves. And I'm like, so you just gonna have Elena and Chloe like flat, like they could just stand right to a wall perfectly? Like, so you're not gonna give her no hips, like no parentheses whatsoever. That's
why do you
like,
the other? That's what I don't understand. Is they're like,
and I'm like, yo,
or they want you to be bang like. There's so many varieties of women. Why can't we have so many varieties? You can be a beautiful.
Exactly.
You can be whatever you want, and just be a dope character. That's it. That's all I ask for.
Exactly. I just care exactly about the character, who the character is.
Apex does a really good job. I don't know if y'all play Apex, but like Apex has a wide variety of female characters, and you got Rampart. She's like a little tomboy. She got buck teeth. Little space or whatever, get her up. Then you got Bangalore. She's like military combat. She's not really showing a lot. But then you got Loba, who's fine as hell. She's thick. She's showing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I think like that right there, like that just kind of shows that like you can have variety with women, but it shouldn't matter as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think when anybody picks those players, they're looking like, oh, I'm gonna pick her because she got a dunk. Like, I don't think that it goes that way. And I think once you start separating like female characters into that, that's when it becomes uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, just respect women as a whole and just play the game, because I don't think you need to be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my take.
Yeah, and if you feel weird as a male developer, then that's when you go get a female developer so they can consult you on those things. It's simple. Same thing with different people's race, heritage, or religious background, sexual orientation, whatever the case may be, that's when you go get people to consult so it can be authentic and not weird. Just like what they did. What was it? Mortal Kombat X? Katana had looked. I was like, "What is this?" Like, I didn't ask for this. Like, and then the dudes wanted to go off because what's the girl in Overwatch? Because she looked back at it. We look back at it, okay? Like, it's okay. That's what shoot. Somebody looking at it.
Hey man, somebody, everybody, it's somebody out there for everybody, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's somebody for everybody.
But I think there's always going to be an issue with something. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I had seen, it was like something a while ago on like Forspoken, like with the main character.
I know I know exactly what you're about to say.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, they said that she was an accurate representation of a dark-skinned black woman. I was like, "Where dark? Hello?" I was like, it's like, wait a second now. I was like, something about this is not adding up because it's like it's really dismissive of actual dark-skinned black women, and we're not going to act like colorism is not an issue in the community, you know? So I was just kind of like, what is this guy talking about?
Yep, I agree.
And like, you know, me personally, when it comes to the sexy female character thing, listen, I'm not trying to look at something that I don't find attractive when I'm playing these games, okay? So I want my guys to look good, and I want my girls to look good so I can dress them up in very cute outfits, okay? So I like to play dress up, all right? So, you know,
but and also the whole thing of like beautiful women, like, I mean beautiful as in beautiful to the world, because like I said, one thing I say is like, you know, there's somebody that's a 10 to the world, and then there's your 10, right? Your 10 to the world might be a 6 or a 7, but that's your 10 because that's for you. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like, I don't know. I just feel like they think that like beautiful women can't be like deadly or dangerous or small. I don't know. Like, I feel like some of that stuff is kind of like
look at enough anime.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, there's a lot of beautiful women out here. That's like,
I'm looking at a panel of beautiful women who are all badasses. So I don't know what to tell those.
Oh man, look!
Thank you.
Look at the uplifting that's going on right now. I love it, man. I'm about to shed a tear. Oh man. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's things like that. It's those little things. Because like I said, there's definitely issues within our community, right? Because there's the gaming community, then it's our community where we kind of congregate and are around. And you know, listen, there's a lot of weirdos, man. I've seen it, right? I've seen these weirdos that is like, you know, fucking with chicks and doing all like crazy stuff, and then we see what happens to like the streamers and, you know, some of the weirdo shit that be going on. So definitely not going to say that stuff is not a problem within the gaming community and gaming space, and you know, those conversations definitely need to be had, right? I just feel like where it becomes a problem is like you said, like everyone, I think we all can agree, is when that stuff is being used. On Unicorn, I appreciate you. When that stuff is being used as like a shield, right? It's like if I wasn't to get so like say me and a coworker, you know, the coworker's white, we both were equally qualified, right? And you know, he gets the promotion and I don't, right? Because you know, he edged me out a little bit or whatever. You know, it's a million reasons why that happened. Could race be one of them? Yes, but I don't know. I just feel like, I know for me personally, I feel like using these type of social issues to kind of always be the reason why something doesn't go right in your life or why something happens for whatever reason that it happens. I don't know, man. I just don't agree with that. What do y'all think? Like, because obviously I'm sure have you all experienced some type of, you know, like the weirdness of what's going on in gaming, in the gaming community and stuff like that? You've all experienced it.
Have I experienced something weird? Me?
I mean, look, you just had some weird shit happen to you yesterday, so I know you experience that weird shit all the time.
I cannot like me. Yeah, no. I listen. It doesn't happen as often as it used to, but I still have guys come through who are like super weird and say really weird stuff, make all these claims, say really demeaning things about me and my gender and all this, you know, all the fun stuff or whatever, right? You know, like I don't actually deal with sexism in that way. I mostly deal with like sexual harassment. Like, so it's like, I mean, I personally think the whole "go make me a sandwich" comment, it's boring, it's lame, it's played out.
Yeah.
You know, and
Old as hell.
Come up with something new, man. Come on.
it's
Like,
just
it's the lack of effort for me.
it's a lack of effort, man. It's super lame. But yeah, I mostly just get sexual harassment, which is extremely irritating. You know, it's extremely annoying, and it's like, yeah, it's something that I see and it's something that I deal with. And you know, kudos to all of you. There's a reason why I don't show my face or I have a gender neutral name. Like, it's because I'm very combative, and if I'm arguing with someone, I don't want them to be like, okay, but like, you're a chick, so blah, 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 blah. No, like, take away, argue with me based off the points I'm making, not based off my gender, you know? So I don't know, man. It is what it is. As for work, I've not had an experience where I'm like, someone got this promotion over me because they're white or whatever. I had a coworker who did say something because I had mentioned that like I needed a drug test because I used to work in a hospital, right? And this was at my old job or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, well, I've never been drug tested before, but I know why you were drug testing and I wasn't because, you know, I'm white." And I was just like,
What?
"Okay." Yeah,
Like,
no,
what?
Flat out said
Thanks
it.
for
Yeah.
showing your true colors.
Yeah, he flat out said it, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." I was really blown away because it's.
Hey, yo,
I
that's
don't
bold
often
as
had
fuck.
experiences like this. Yeah, and I was just like, "Okay, man, like whatever you say, Tim." It's just like, "All right, man."
Not
So it's
Tim.
just like, yeah, like, his name was actually Tim, but yeah. So
His name was
you know,
Tim, as in Tim. Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, it is what it is. Like, unfortunately, when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's just something that we have to contend with in this particular community, especially like I would personally never want to work in the games industry, not because of what people are saying on like Twitter and online, but because what happens behind the scenes at these corporations and all this stuff that we're finding out about what's happening at these corporations. Catch me working there, never. Like, I just don't have any interest, and that's unfortunate because it could definitely push people away instead of bringing people forward. But like me personally, I'm not going to deal with stuff like that in my workplace. It's just not happening.
I want to ask y'all a question, and I really want y'all to really think about this, right? What do you think it's going to take? And I kind of want to just stick within the gaming community, because if we do global, I mean, shit, we'll be here for years. But what do you think it's going to take for us as gamers, right? Not girl gamer versus guy gamer, just gamers, like gamers all on the same playing field. What do you think it's going to take for us to kind of be able to all kind of cohabitate as just gamers? Because I think part of what it is within our community, with our space, is that it's girl gamers and guy gamers, and, you know, guys that have been in gaming for a long time, and if a girl just gets into gaming, it's kind of like the whole anime thing, right? Like, if I'm with a chick and I'm like, oh, or if somebody's with a chick and like, oh, what animes you like? And he's really into anime. She goes, oh yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z with Naruto and the shark, and and he no, that's not right. Like, he kind of goes a little overboard and kind of scares the chick off or whatever, because whatever. But what do you think it's going to take for it to not just be him versus her? Just we all just gamers chilling gaming.
I'll say this: it's gonna just take something very simple, and that's just like, if your peers are doing that and they're making those statements, oh, this girl, this, that, it's like, cut that shit right there, dead it right there, and check your homies, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of it's more males to women than in the gaming community, in my opinion, from what I see. Like, when I team up like with Strict, like when it's Strict, is me, and then everybody else in the chat is guys. So it's like I know for him, like, he knows like how I feel about certain things. So like, if somebody says something, he'll step up and say something. If I didn't catch it,
Strict,
like that,
Strict not gonna let that shit. Strict gonna be there front and center. Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And it's very important. It's dope to have somebody like, it's like, I call him my family, because it's nice to have somebody like that, because just not in gaming, but just in real life, I know he's gonna have my back. I mean, he wrote my recommendation for me to get my IT job. So I mean, like,
what? Yo, that's dope.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Nah,
like,
that's
it goes a long way, because he showed his personality from the jump. And I mean, like, not everybody's gonna be like that or whatever, but what I'm saying is like, check your friends, man. Like, don't let your friends just fly off the handle saying whatever to women and treating women differently in the gaming community. It's like, step up and be that advocate for us, because we need advocates when we're not around.
Now, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dime. I hear you. I hear you. But for a lot of dudes, that's some white knight shit. They gonna think that's some white knight shit. Listen, man, that's some shit.
No, hold on. As hell to have. It's corny. It's corny as hell, and it shows your insecurity when you can't be like confident as a man to be like, yo, that shit is corny.
Yeah,
why would you do that?
You
need to pick on her because of that. Like,
you know
what I'm saying? Like, what does that make you? Like,
and most of these dudes have little girls at home, so it's like, or they're
most of these dudes.
Like,
what?
I know Ray gonna say some crazy shit.
Persona, put the sound cue on for wife and kid.
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
Yeah, they got wife and kids. I'm like, you acting like a whole teenager.
Exactly.
Like your balls haven't dropped yet. Like you don't get no buns whatsoever at all.
They've turned it into this thing where if anybody says anything, like with Strictly, because like I know Strictly too. If he was to say something, they're like, "Oh, you're being a white knight." No, he's just being a respectable human being, and you're mad because you got caught.
Exactly. They try to call dudes out who help other women. Like it's like I don't know how many times like I'll tweet something. And then, somebody else will try to retort what I say. And then a friend of mine will come in, or somebody who I don't know will be like, no, she's actually right. And I'll just be like, and the person who was trying to retort me will be like, well, man, she's not going to sleep with you, dog. I don't know. Why are you like, it's not about.
Well, no.
Yeah, but that.
Oh, but you big up another dude so high, but then you want to be macho. What does that mean then? You know what I'm saying? Like you just macho, but you bigging up and you swinging by the dingleberries of this dude.
Oh,
and so what does that mean for you? Like it's crazy. I don't get.
Like for me, I've made it very clear during my time here that I do not need anyone to step in for me personally, but I still get people who step in for me because they rock with me. They're my boys, and thankfully, when it comes to like my main group, all of the men in my main group are confident in themselves. They're not insecure and they're not fucking losers. So they'll say something if someone's being a weirdo. They'll be like, "Yo, can you stop? Can you relax? You're being fucking weird." It's that simple.
Right.
So like it's definitely a unfortunate reality of the space that we're in. Because I've gotten those comments too, where it's like, Luca slept with this person and this person and this person to get on these shows. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
On a podcast. On a
How do you even
podcast.
do that from coast to coast? How does that even work?
It doesn't even make any sense. It's like, but it shows more of the mentality of the person saying it. They're like, you're worth nothing more than just as a box. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. I unfortunately am used to it at this point. It's still annoying and bothersome because I don't like that kind of stuff. It makes me really uncomfortable, but it's just like, it's just something that you got to contend with. It's why I'm very careful with when I play multiplayer games. I used to just play with everybody, but now it's like, no, I play with my set people and that's that. And it's like, there have been moments where I'll hop into a buddy's party or I'll be in a buddy's party, right? And then he'll have one of his friends hop in and just start saying some crazy shit like, I've never heard a woman before. And then they just start popping off from their mouth. And I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go. And I just skedaddle. Like, I'm not going to sit there and subject myself to gross comments by some loser who's
Yeah, I'll be there for the smoke sometimes.
Hey, right, definitely there for the smoke. Yo, just
I'll be there for the smoke.
Hey,
you ready?
Hey,
you ready?
Hey,
Because like I've had to dealt with it ever since I stepped foot, onto online gaming, and then also in the industry, period. Like, not, being taken for granted, or my integrity being questioned, or all of that. And I've never seen, let's say, outside of my race, women standing up for me. So there's been tons of that. As far as like your question on how it can change, like just like what the ladies were saying, like of course they're friends, they're counterparts, But as long as it, like, social media is the platform for dumb masses to have a voice. And it's unfortunate, but you just kind of have to sift through it all. But the community has gotten worse since what we've seen in the beginnings.
I blame Spaces.
You know,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Spaces made it like 10 times worse.
My fault.
Spaces, and then everybody feel like they're a critic now. It's like, because everybody's a gaming critic, but don't have any gaming critic. Yeah, have no experience. They have selective amnesia to things. I'm like, so what about 4 years ago when this happened? Do you have that same energy for that too? So it's really funny because I laugh because a lot of people expose themselves every single day. And I just laugh at it. But it does get annoying, let's say for us when we are streaming or we are doing X, Y, and Z. And it's a shame that, you know, Luca doesn't want to show her face. You know, like all of that is just annoying. Me, I've always had a tough skin because I grew up around mostly guys in New York, and I'm ready for the smoke all the time. And people they never expected that. I've done it in person, online, and on panels. Like, and it's like, come on. But a lot of women don't. It's not like I feel that every woman should have to do that because everybody's different, don't have time for that, and don't want to entertain that. They'll just be like, I'm out. Like, I don't have time for this. And that becomes very tiresome. And, you know, guys don't understand that at all. And so maybe some other type of group might do it to them. I don't know. But like, we go through a lot. Let
me ask this question, and I want to start with Morgan. And we'll go around the room. I want to ask this question, right? Because, you know, we all gamers, right? We all on that same. Is the protection and stuff like that that's expected of, and again, let's just stick with gamers, right? Because if we do in general, it's just too much. So within the gaming community and within gamers, is that same type of protection and kind of standing up or whatever? Is that are you going to reciprocate that for the guy gamers that might be getting ragged on or might be getting piled on and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
Like,
bruh.
All the
don't
time.
let me catch somebody disrespecting my homies, bro.
My bad. Don't let me. No, sex doesn't matter. Like if I see somebody saying something stupid under somebody's post and I know them, or like I'm a friend with them, or even if I don't know them and you know I just see somebody saying some dumb shit under a post, I'll step up. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if like misinformation is misinformation, like I'm gonna correct you, and you can bring the smoke if you want. Like Red said, I'm ready for it. I don't care.
You know, you used an interesting word, like the concept of it being protection. I think it's more of just doing the right thing and standing up for your friends. Like
well, is it only limited to friends?
I'm sorry, what?
I was asking, is it only and I think that's kind of where this gets a little muddy, right? But I guess is that protection only limited to friends, or is it just in general for you?
No, I'm just saying it depends on the situation, and I usually do say something though. Like, I don't have any issues sticking up for other people. That's not a problem for me. But it's just like this concept that it's like just protection. It's like, no, it's just being a decent human being. It's not we have to protect women and make sure women are like all this extra shit that these fucking fake.
It says moral lies. Like, just don't be an asshole.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. To
be a good
that,
person.
what Lucas said, being a good person is really important. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, I mean, like, there's things that Luca might be going through. Stone, you know what I mean? Like, everybody on this panel, and then our viewers here that are going through, and it's like for you to like go on social media and then bash somebody, or be on a gaming platform and bashing somebody. I think that says a lot about your character. So it's like, if you're also not willing to sit back and watch that shit happen, it also says a lot about your character. So like Luca said, step up, you know, like, be an advocate for people out there who are struggling, because like, I don't have to tell you anything about what's going on in my life. I shouldn't have to, but you also don't have to disrespect me and mistreat me. You know what I mean? Like,
especially if it's just on games, like keep it gaming. Like,
that's where a lot of this happens.
When people go to low road, like, just keep it gaming. Like, once you go to low road, I'm like, you lost. It's like nobody asks for any of
people
that.
talking about people's family members being in spaces or threatening family. It's just like, yo, like, people like from where I'm from Philly. So where I'm from, like,
oh, damn.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, but like, it should never go to that. And I think like Lucas said, like Red said, like, that is a line you just should never cross. So if you see that and you sit back, I'm also blocking you. I'm also unfollowing.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like I said, we are in a space, and you keep skirting around the topic. This is a drama community. Everybody likes drama. Everyone likes to argue with each other and go back and forth about stupid stuff. Like, most of the time, I am just ignoring my timeline and scrolling through. But if someone brings up someone's family or kids, I will say something then, or how someone looks, or how someone's wife look, or I'm gonna go and kill you, or any of that stuff. I will say something then. You know. But general conversations between these fellers, I'm leaving them to it, man. Especially Xbox is better. I'm like, okay, PlayStation's better, and you suck because
PlayStation is better. You feel me? That's
I'm not
2020.
saying anything.
Yo,
y'all can do whatever you want, man. It has nothing to do with me.
Stone, what's your thoughts?
Well, like, to agree with Luca, like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, sometimes the drama, like when they're going back and forth about and arguing about all kinds of stuff, it can be funny and entertaining. But there is this line that you don't cross. Like, if y'all are cutting up and going at each other, and okay, that's fine, I'm gonna sit back and laugh because you sound ridiculous, first of all, and it's hilarious to me. I don't even need cable. But then if you cross this line and you're like, well, I like Xbox better, and your wife is ugly, like, what?
Yeah. Yo, crazy.
Why did we go there?
Crazy.
And what? Like, maybe my wife is ugly. I'm gonna still play this Xbox though. Like, I don't understand. It's just weird, and it goes to this place that it doesn't need to go to. You know, it's just like have some accountability for yourself. Have some decency.
And I think that's across the board, you know, like with everyone.
I mean, period. If you want to argue about games,
outlet.
argue about games. What did people's kids do with that?
Yo, man, listen, me and Red, we've had some knockdown, drag out fights, and I've won because again, she the queen of L's. And you feel me? You know, every game, man. Me and Red, we go at it, man. You know, we go at it. And, like I said, Red, that's my road dog, man. I ride with her, man. And you know, this is a good conversation, and I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad y'all came through because I knew y'all was gonna keep it real and not sugarcoat, and I just knew the conversation would just flow like real good. You know, last thing I think I want to talk to y'all about. What y'all playing, man? What y'all buying? It's 2022. I want to get y'all thoughts, man. We always hear what I'm buying and what everyone's playing. What y'all picking up, man? What y'all playing, man? I want to hear what y'all playing.
Because I was in healthcare, it was a shit show. My backlog is ridiculous. But now that I'm in IT and working remote, I can actually like look forward to stuff.
Hey, yo, tell me that remote life not crazy though. When I tell you that remote life is sweet.
Listen, I'm planning my day tomorrow. I told Sugar I run some Battlefield, but God of War. I'm looking for.
I gotta run some Battlefield with y'all because.
Yo, look, hit us up, please. Listen, now that we
playing with randoms is so stressful.
Why do y'all play with randoms?
Because y'all don't want to be my friend.
Oh, I got you.
What you mean, yo? I would have been added you on PSN. What's going on?
Don't bring the receipts. Please don't bring the receipts.
Oh, man.
I'll say this one thing. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I'm really looking forward to Hogwarts. And I'm just looking for more information.
You can't play that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, Morgan. You're right.
Oh, yeah. You know, I can't wait to pick up an Xbox to play Hogwarts Legacy.
Let's do it. Oh, man.
I will be playing. What am I playing? I just beat Tales of Arise. Excellent game.
Yo, real talk. Yo, Luca, I was hyped for you. When I seen that, I was hyped that you was playing that.
I had picked that up too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, I have Shion and Alfred in really cute outfits, so I'm very happy.
Yes, that all white. That all white is fire. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, they're looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, I play Halo Infinite pretty often. I play by myself, and I play a lot with slow-mo because all the rest of my boys, I don't know what they're doing. And then, of course, you know, that Witch Queen. You know how it is.
Absolutely. Yo. I got a whole week off from work, so listen.
You know that Destiny life is about to be popping,
Absolutely.
And then I'll be playing Elden Ring, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Wait, you're not picking up Horizon?
Horizon Zero Dawn is boring.
You know what? I'm gonna have to block you after this. We can't be friends. No, I'm sorry. Disrespect. What? You're not picking up Horizon?
No, it's boring. I mean, the first one's boring.
Oh my god.
The second one might. I mean, like I didn't play You might gonna block me too. I didn't play the first one. Now that wasn't
What?
my fault.
I didn't-
Wait. How you prefer
play?
play?
Have the collector's
Wait a
edition
second.
of the
How
game.
you?
I didn't get a
How you
chance to
prefer
play because it
to?
was just life happening.
How you on
But the second one
PlayStation?
might be better than the first one because that's what happened to me with Uncharted. Uncharted 2 is what got me into the franchise.
You see, Red.
Yo, I loved Uncharted. That is my favorite series, Red. My favorite series.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Picking up that remastered.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah,
They
you got
won.
the little $10.
Hell yeah, that's me.
They
Yeah,
got the whole 50 from me because I'm a fool.
Oh yeah.
They got the whole
Nah,
50,
I'm
bro.
just gonna drop that little 10.
If the second one is more interesting, maybe I'll watch like somebody play for a little bit and then decide on whether or not I want to pick it up. But as it stands right now, I personally think Horizon Zero Dawn is boring, and I did hear the story gets better, but I'm not like playing a bunch of hours for a story that gets better later on. You know?
What?
So.
Yo,
I
this
feel
is
you. I feel you.
crazy.
At least he's honest.
Yo, she honest. I can't believe Red
At
ain't
least
beat
she
her.
said why.
At least she said
why.
why. Listen, at least she not capping. Like a lot of people do on here. Where, yeah, I played it. Oh, let me see your PSN. Why you want to see my PSN for? You don't need. Like, listen, man, I ain't one of those. So.
Listen, y'all are not about to give me any L's, okay? Other than one in my name, all right? So, I will always be honest about how I feel about games.
Now listen, you know who's getting the L, Luca? Red is getting the L because I'm still trying to get over the fact that you didn't beat Horizon Zero. You prefer PlayStation.
Yeah, I did it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
Hey, Red.
I don't know when.
No.
My
We need to set a
crazy
date.
like Dimes too.
Oh no. We need to set a date because Horizon comes out in literally a month.
I know, but it's about to be that Destiny life though.
I mean,
y'all are crazy, man. Y'all killing me, man.
I'm going to be on Destiny, Like, I'm going to play Elden Ring, obviously, but I'm going to be on Destiny, so.
Y'all killing
And
me.
I'm going to be on Dying Light too. It's a lot.
There's a
I
lot.
don't know about that Dying Light.
February is dumb.
That's a
Let's just
fact.
say February is dumb.
That's a fact.
Too many titles.
Equal something else. Jesus.
Morgan, what you playing? What you picking up? What you playing?
What am I like? Okay, what I'm picking? Shoot. I'm getting the Uncharted in a couple weeks. Getting that physical. Yeah, I need that physical.
Mhm.
I'm getting Horizon.
Physical
I'm getting
life.
Seafood. Yeah, physical life.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, seafood.
I'm so excited about.
You know, I'm in the
Seafood.
mood for some seafood too. I might get some shrimp after this or something like that. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah.
Kind of hungry.
No, you good. What else? For me, I know everybody's like, February is crazy, but I only really want 2 games in February. I only want Horizon and Seafood. I'm not a big Dying Light fan. I'll watch it because I'm a little scary bitch, so I can't play those type of games. I'll
man.
watch somebody else play it, but
Just
I
play in
can't.
the daytime, like in the game. No, in the game.
All the lights
play
on.
in the daytime.
I played
With
during
all
the
the
day,
lights
but
on,
then when we had to go outside at night and they was all up and I couldn't see them,
Nah,
they was
I go
could
to
hear
sleep.
'em behind me.
I go to
was like,
sleep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't
When
play
the
games
sun go
like that
down, I
either.
go to sleep.
That's scary.
I was like, no,
Hey yo, in Dying Light 1, I think I only went outside like 5 or 6 times. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I was like,
nah.
oh, no.
Because you
I'm
had
good.
to.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
it.
I'm good. I ain't trying to do all
I
that.
hear it behind me. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with these headphones now, 3D audio, I can't. Nah.
Listen, I'm gonna make y'all laugh. How I actually met Strick, I was streaming The Last of Us, and I'm really like a multiplayer first-person shooter. Like I
Okay.
single player games, cool, whatever. But so Strick came in, was watching me play, and on The Last of Us 2, you don't really get a lot of bullets. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Mhm.
so when
What
he
is the
came in, I'm fucking making noise. I'm banging. I'm doing everything. He was so flustered with me. Like I will live to tell my kids that story because he had the whole chat dying because I was like, yo, like, I don't know what to do because it was like really like my first time that he was pissed with me. He was pissed with me. Like, I stand on that. Like, so I'm working
This sounds
on
about
my
right.
single player skills. So when I get back in the stream, and I really want y'all to come and help me because
He said, "What is stealth?"
struggling.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I have followed. I followed.
Yeah, I got y'all. Stone, what you playing? What you picking up?
I messed up and the first game that I decided I was gonna try to platinum on my PS5 was Tales of Arise, and so I'm so many hours into this game, so many hours, and not platinumed yet.
Oh no, you put
looking for those owls because I spent time doing that.
Oh yeah, you put 100+ hours into that game, 100 straight up.
I'm up to date on the owls. I got every single one so far. But now that I got the Rona, you know, I got some time to sit at home and try to finish this game.
Game it
But
up.
I'm ready for Hogwarts. I gotta learn Battlefield because I got it, but Strick won't teach me how to
Hey,
play.
when Stone get on Battlefield, make sure y'all
this.
stream that because I'm gonna need a good laugh. You feel me? If y'all stream that when Stone gets.
Stop it. This is my first Battlefield, so I'm trying to like figure it out and play with randoms at the same time. And it's you should like be a fly on the wall to watch this situation play out. It is so hysterical.
I need to see it.
I'm like cussing at the most random people too.
I gotta see this. Like, somebody go have to stream this. Cause I want to see this. Cause like, yo, Battlefield garbage. I'm sorry, Strick. I'm sorry, Dom.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. It's garbage.
I played one match of Battlefield and I was like, interesting, and I uninstalled it. So
That's what I'm trying to say. It's garbage.
Right
it's garbage. But listen, if you want to play a real shooter, listen, Stone. When you ready to play a real shooter, come on over to the cards. You feel me? We gonna hold you down. We got you. Real shooters.
Nah, COD been on some. Well, COD has been fun this year. It still has its bull, but yeah, I need them to come out with an authentic Battlefield game.
Red, what you think about the rumors about Modern Warfare 2 remastered? Like multiplayer, like remastered.
I hope it's true because I can't wait. Like, I used to go in on Modern Warfare 2. So just as long as there's no, you know, the only thing that ruined that multiplayer out of all of them, because that's when things started to change and got unbalanced, was people hacking. But hopefully it comes back, because I will definitely be on that. I would say it would probably be possible that it'll come out because the numbers have been low on Vanguard compared to all other Call of Duties, and Cold War 2 was low, so they probably would go on some nostalgia trip and bring that back out.
I don't know why they doing Modern Warfare 2. That shit garbage too. They need to do Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2.
What?
Yeah, man,
Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2, I don't know, bro.
Yo, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 fire, man. Or World at War.
Black Ops 2 was
World at War. Yeah.
World at War was fire. You feel me? Like, come on, man.
World at War is now your Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yo, chill. Don't even put that on Vanguard. Vanguard, compared to World at War, World at War is much better.
The way it shoots, yeah.
I mean, well, you know,
Queen of replay, but
Queen of L's, you know.
Look at.
What happened? Did I slip up? Say Queen of L's? My fault. Stone, back. Tales of Arise Platinum. You gonna get that? So I'm guessing you getting Horizon.
We believe in you.
Yeah, you're gonna get
I know y'all believe in me. I know y'all are real.
Did you beat the game, or are you still like getting through the story?
I'm still getting the story, but like the thing is too is, so this is my first game on PS5, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna make me sound terrible, and I'm gonna get dragged for this, but it's beautiful. The PS5 is beautiful. The game is beautiful. It's like playing a movie. It's like y'all are sleeping on it for real. Seriously.
You're not gonna get dragged. You're gonna get praised.
Yeah, I've been watching Nate play it.
I'm gonna get called. What did I get called when I said? I think I got called. What was it, like a pony whore or something? I don't know.
What? Oh shit! What? Yo, let me
call you a pony and all this other stuff.
I didn't even.
They jealous.
I didn't even
you
have a
play
PlayStation.
more games than them.
I didn't even have a PlayStation yet and got called a pony whore, and I was like, "That's crazy," because I'm playing on my Xbox right now. That's crazy.
Let me get these super chats real quick.
And I bet I play more Xbox games than they have on there.
Right.
Go roster.
Yo, I still have yet to see people beat Halo campaign. I beat that on stream, and I
beat it. That was the second game I beat this year.
Here's the thing, big dog. I ain't playing that campaign. You have with me, all right? Like that shit. I was like, it's so boring.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
You know, I'm enjoying the multiplayer.
It's very bland.
Yeah, it's boring.
Bland.
It's boring as fuck. It's trash.
It's whatever, man. It's like I personally think Halo is boring in general, but I like the multiplayer. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
Continue.
multiplayer is
Yeah,
cool.
the
Are they
multiplayer
The,
continuing?
mo-
is
mo-
fun.
the
At least you're
multiplayer,
being honest.
yeah, the
Is the
multi, the
campaign getting
multiplayer.
continued?
I,
Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
it's,
I think
yeah,
it
it's,
ends on a
it's,
cliffhanger, right?
it's a
Yeah,
it's a
it
10-year
does.
plan. It's a 10-year plan. So you know,
No,
I
Jesus.
hope they do
I ain't
because
got time for that.
the way Morgan, the way they ended the game, it was on like a like a cliffhanger type of thing. Yeah, there's still more
Right.
to it. You know how Chief talk? Yeah, there's still more to explore. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck? Like, yo, all right, let's go explore. He talk about wait till next time. Fuck that. Let me get
Man,
these.
they gonna let you retire for nothing.
Let me get these super chats real quick. Yo, Strick, appreciate you, man. $20 super chat. It says you really have Twin, Alien Head,
You need to
Morgan,
go somewhere.
Red,
I know.
and Destiny. I mean
Shut up.
Luca on here, legendary. And I've been violent all day today. You're not taking me there good today. LOL, relax. Listen, Battlefield trash. Shout out to Strick. Shout out to Caleb, man, with the 10 months as a member on the channel. I appreciate you.
Oh,
He says Black Ops 3 is better than the whole Modern Warfare franchise.
You
That's a
are
fact.
smoking
See,
dust.
Caleb, that's my boy.
Yo,
You got some more super chats, like from
Yeah. I'm looking at them all right now. Yeah, I'm about to get them all. Blue Mustang, appreciate you. 10 months. Shout out to the day ones. He says, shout out to the panel. Real gamers keeping it 100 and always holding their own against the crazies in the gaming streets. Of
Thank you.
course.
Thank you.
And then shout out to Strick again, $4.99. He says, Luca, pre-order that AAA banger. Stop playing. He talking about Horizon. Hey, man,
Horizon. You know what, Lucas?
I have to agree.
Tonight, rather take a nap, so no thank you.
Oh,
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
I'm dead.
Yo, the disrespect is at an all-time high. And shout out to Jay Bari, man. 10 months as a member. I think Bari was my very first member when I did memberships. He says, Luca, I'm coming for them shins, respectfully.
You can reach one, big dog.
Shout out to my bro Bari. And then shout out to Mystical Tryhard Guy Uchiha. 10 months. Yo, the day ones is out here. He says, shout out to all the ladies and the host of the show Persona. I love this conversation. Shout out to you, Uchiha, man. Appreciate you. And then Unicron with the £5 or euros. I don't know, man. Listen, the American education system not that great. He says, I'm not sure if super chats are wanted. Great show, great panel. It's late here, so I'll catch up with the rest of it tomorrow. Stay blessed, my gamers. Appreciate you, Unicron, always.
Thank you.
And then Lord of Empires, Death Singer. Shout out to Luca repping Godbox.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
Team Xbox,
Oh,
baby,
man.
all day, every day.
You see, what we not gonna do.
the God box.
The God box. You see what I mean with these Xbox dudes? Who the fuck? Yo, Red. Who the fuck is going around calling that PlayStation God Station? Wait,
Man,
you
I
see
love
what
that system, man. It's
Yo,
my jam, man.
Yo, ladies, who the fuck is calling PlayStation God Station? That's probably these Xbox fanboys. Man said God
People
box.
call the PlayStation the God
Ah,
Station.
yo,
You
I
are
ain't
not
never-
about to
I ain't
be over
never-
here lying.
I ain't
Yes.
never heard nobody call it no God Station, but that's the
man.
first time.
God is PlayStation.
Yo, listen,
Alright.
Oh,
God play
man.
PlayStation,
And
man.
I,
That ain't
and I
my
turn my
fault.
PlayStation on every single day to watch TV. So you know what?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The
Not
Gold
Hulu be
Station?
popping on my
Wow.
Xbox.
Man called it the God
Goat
Station.
Station.
The Goat
I like
Station.
that.
Crazy. It's crazy out here.
The God
Listen,
box
the
and
God
But you
box.
know what? Luca will come in here and she will say she's an Xbox, but she will never say that y'all don't disagree with her because she's a woman. So let's just give her some praise for that.
Round
She
you
stands
go.
by what she
Round
said.
of applause, man.
Hey, well, that's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Listen, if Luca saying some crazy stuff, like,
Respect,
Luca, this article says otherwise. You feel me? Yo, listen, man. I really appreciate all of y'all coming through. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. Let's get into these outros. Starting with you, Luca. Appreciate you. Let the people know where they can find you.
All right, thank you so much for having me on. It was an honor and a pleasure to be surrounded by so many intelligent women. Oh, and Persona as well. You guys can find me on Twitter at the Ash and Luca. I also have a YouTube channel and I run a podcast called Scumcast. Shout out to my scum guzzlers, y'all know who you are. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Singer is allegedly a member of the show, and yet I've not seen him in a week, so I don't know what's going on with Def Singer. Shout out to him though. But yeah, thanks so much for having me on. Hashtag Scum Gang, man. Legion of Scum.
Ooh, you see him in spaces though. I'm sorry, guys. let me
man, he ran
shout out to Def Singer. And then we got the Queen of L's, Miss Red
Oh, damn.
Infamy in the building. Ray, give us the outro. Let them know. Let the people know where they can find you.
W's all day. Anyway,
Let him know.
yeah, red exactly. Reddit for me
W's
across the
disconnected.
board.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, Reddit for me across the board, even on the gaming platform, Steam, whatever the case may be. Also do a podcast with Afropunk. And I also do another podcast called E for Life, where we speak on financial literacy for gamers, whether it's even with crypto and blockchain and NFTs and any other entrepreneurial type of things. So definitely check that out. That's on Sundays, and the Afropunk podcast is at 8:00 on Wednesdays.
Hey man, I be calling them NFTs NTFs. I don't know why, man. I keep calling it that NTFs. It's so wrong. That's what's up, man. The financial literacy, like, it's a big thing, man. I'm telling you, man. Financial freedom.
We need it for our community.
Yo, oh my God, it'll set you free. You don't understand. And then we got Miss Morgan. Give the people the outro, man. Let the people know where you where they can find you.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel. I had such a wonderful time with all of you, such amazing women in persona. It was a great conversation. And, you know, anytime you want to, you know, have another conversation, just hit me up. But you can find me on Twitter, Chill Bandit. I'm also on a podcast, the Game Slayer podcast, every Saturday at 6. You guys stay blessed and have a wonderful day.
Yo, my man Omar, man. Yo, shout out to my boy Omar, man. That man Omar came through. He said, yo, I'm going to get all the ladies in the community on the show because I'm trying to get the numbers.
Yo, Omar is a strict boss. Okay, he makes sure like he on it. Like we out here at 6. Y'all need to clock in, be on it. Like,
yo, that's a fact. Omar be on it. Shout out to Omar, man. Appreciate you coming through, Morgan, always, and you always welcome back. And then we got Miss Dime, Miss IT. Your outro.
Yo, I just want to say thank you to all the ladies for being on this panel with me. Persona, thank you for having me. Shout out to everybody that's also watching this. You can find me on Twitter. It's going to be diamonds_. And you can also find me on Twitch. I took a little break. I got a baby on the way, so
Congratulations.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Thank you. It's been a little hectic, but I made that transition to IT, so my time for streaming is gonna now be on the weekends. You can find me on Twitch. It's Diamonds. So I really just want to say this one last thing, like we all said here, just be an advocate for people in general. No sex involved, nothing, not men, not women, whatever, everybody. Just be an advocate and protect, people out here, because mental health is serious. And we just have to do better as a whole. And I really look forward to working with y'all, everybody. Seriously, like this is dope.
I'm here. Hit me up.
I love this.
Yeah.
all y'all can hit me up. Period.
Thanks.
Y'all are dope.
Okay.
Whatever y'all need help on.
I love this collaboration. I love this. It's just great. We collab in all 2022 and beyond. I love it. Yeah, man. Yo, congrats to the baby. Listen, when my niece and nephews were first born, man, you ain't gonna sleep for a while. You're not gonna sleep.
I know.
You're not gonna sleep for a while. So get ready. But luckily you a gamer, so you can hold the baby and play a little Battlefield. So you good.
Exactly.
Doing is difficult to do. I try to do that with my niece.
You good.
Difficult to do.
So y'all can help me. Any tips, whatever, please.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Please.
Last but not least, man, we got Miss Stone, the writer of the group. Give the people your outro, man. Shout out all the stuff you got.
I just want to say thank you, for letting me be on the show, being surrounded by nothing but kings and queens today. It was a great day. And please don't follow me on Twitter. It's so chaotic. It's violence every day, all day, every day. So
it got more chaotic since you started posting up the thirst traps.
I know. We started doing thirst traps. Some lady got mad, and so we had to get petty. It just is what it is.
Man. I was wondering what that was. I'm like, yo, is this
Violence
really happening? Like, how you mad?
You got to drink your water and choose violence every day.
No, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. In that order. Appreciate you, Stone, coming through. Appreciate all you wonderful ladies coming through, man. You definitely blessed my show, man. It was a great conversation, and I was really happy to get y'all
Thanks for
perspective.
supporting the women in this community and industry too. I just want to say that for sure. Thank you so much for supporting us, showcasing us. That's another positive thing to do too. So appreciate you, Persona, for real.
No doubt, no doubt. And I appreciate all you ladies. And you know, me, man, y'all know who I am, man. I'm Persona, gaming with Persona, man. I'm an asshole. I'm a piece of shit. I say it all the time. Listen, when Persona speaks this Saturday, 11 a.m., me and Bari, don't miss that show. It's gonna be good. A lot of good things to talk about. And like I told you, man, we got Colin Moriarty coming through in February. If you guys missed that, for Horizon weekend, so that's gonna be really good. And yeah, I'm gonna start my Grounded The Last of Us 2 stream series this week as well. So you know, that'll be cool.
That's gonna be dope.
Oh yeah, y'all get to see me rage on stream. And
Let's go.
absolutely. And yeah, man, that's really it, man. I appreciate everybody coming through in the chat, man. Y'all are great people, man. I really appreciate all of you. Hit the like button. Definitely go subscribe to these people. Support these people. Listen, don't be weird, please. Like I say that, don't be weird, because you will get blocked. Trust that they gonna block you. Like, so I'm just giving y'all fair warning. If one of y'all want to be weirdos and do what you do, go ahead. You're gonna get blocked, man. So I'm giving y'all fair warning. They got no problem calling you out and blocking your ass. With that being said, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Have a great night. Be safe. Enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next time, man.